Welcome to episode 2 of the Bad Advice Podcast. And can I just say, thank you, God. And that's with a G-W-A-D, not the O-D. God.
Praise him.
For our special guest today. Because see, this is a Bad Advice Podcast, right? Not saying that it's bad advice, but you're speaking to some niggas that did some bad shit. All right? That got good advice for you. Peter Gunnz.
Yes.
That's the best host ever. Host of Cheaters. Peter, real quick, tell them why you're the best host of Cheaters.
I mean, I am a class A cheater, but I'm changed man. You know, when basketball players and football players retire and become, analysts on ESPN.
Right.
I'm an analyst now. That's why I host Cheaters. For cheating.
For cheating.
Yeah, I'm an analyst. Retired cheater. I'm a retired cheater. I know all the tricks.
That's crazy.
I know what to look for.
I finally watched the episode when he was about to have a fight. He was like, I want all the smoke.
You know, that dude had beat his girl up.
Oh, okay. So
And he was a young black guy. So I took him to the side and was like, dude, that ain't gonna come across on TV too well. I'm telling you, chill out. I don't want you, because I try to, he's young. Right. And we walk into the car having a regular conversation. That wasn't even supposed to be on the show. I'm like, dude, you can't put your hands on a female. I put my hands on niggas too. What's up? That's why I went left, not me. And it was just messed up. I had just had a conversation with the show, and they told me, please stop fighting and please stop instigating.
You've been having fights?
Yeah, they be testing. I'm the first black host, so
that's crazy.
things.
So if you have a fight, do they pay you more?
They don't want me fighting. In fact, they told me I instigate too much.
Yo, you gotta chill
So
out.
that's a bad thing to
no,
fight.
Here's the deal.
Did you ever get beat up?
Nah,
So
not yet.
Where
saying
you
it
from,
can't
Peter?
happen. From the Bronx.
Well, you're asking
I'm nice
Peter
with
from
the
Bronx.
running.
They taped the show in Dallas.
No,
Nobody beat nobody up from the Bronx in
This
Dallas.
one dude gave me a run
Don't
for my
say
money.
that because you don't have them Dallas dudes shoot them.
Oh, we don't beat your niggas up? Bow!
Yeah, so
Okay,
you don't want to put
okay.
them out there like that.
Okay.
You'll be the first one to prove them wrong.
Okay, you're right.
I just it's just they don't like the instigate. And I host the show like I would want to see it. So if I was the host of this show, this is what and I'm home watching it, I would want to see somebody say, well,
you want to challenge
man,
them.
are you stupid? Don't you see what's going on?
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be, hey, I know where they are right now. Would you like to go or not? I'm like, my man, we going. I'm not even gonna ask you. So stuff like that, they call me to the office and be like, Guns, you kind of like messing up the format. I'm like, y'all hired me to be me and do it my way. Let's do it that way. So when it hit VH1, we'll see who was right and who was wrong. But so far, it's all over the blogs. People like it, so we'll see.
All right.
That's good.
All right. I didn't get a chance to introduce the young man right here, Mandeecee's. Mandeecee's. I don't want to introduce you as a love and hip hop reality star, because that's not what you are, right? So on my way here, I was like, ooh, what do I want to talk to Mandeecee's about first, right? So my thing is, to me, let me introduce you how I want to introduce you. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the coolest and the calmest drug dealer I've ever met. The coolest and the calmest.
You gotta say X.
X. Okay, X.
You know,
I get that.
I'm a recovering drug addict.
There it is.
Well, let me tell you something, because selling drugs is probably harder to stop than doing drugs. It's an addiction. It's an addiction. And a lot of people don't understand, especially the government, that you are addicted to that fast money, right?
You gotta understand, the government is the biggest drug dealer. So
right, I watch Snowfall.
It just, they get a fine and black and brown go to prison.
Facts.
So, you gotta understand, this is a business, and prison is like one of the number one business in America. So it's $1 billion business. Most people invested in more prisons than they do schools. If you
Public education.
Yeah, if you look at the Fortune 500 company, they invest in prison. Who you think do all they work? Prisoners. They when they short of employees, they go do 60 million indictments and take down a lot of people and over sentence them for the smallest acts of crime. That to make sure that they have employees that, just for instance, I'm gonna give you one instance. I was in prison. I worked for Verizon.
Right? Wait a minute. Hold on. You're in prison
Working
and
for
you work for Verizon.
Yes. Yeah. Verizon.
Well, I don't hear you now.
So
what is that?
I didn't understand it either, right? So they have this thing called unicorn,
unicorn,
whatever it is.
The horse with the thing in the middle.
But it's a program,
Right.
and you gotta have a job in prison. That's like one of the rules. So you deny a job, they take your good time and you stay in prison longer because you don't work. If you don't have a high school diploma or GED, then your pay is different.
In prison?
Yeah.
Really?
It's a different pay grade. Wow. So in prison, Verizon and other companies send all their products to prisons and have inmates work on it. Wow. And it's like you see this long table, it's assembly line, and they package it. It's like you know, it kind of looked like the Nino Brown trade to me.
Yeah.
It's people packaging and
Right.
cleaning the remotes and the cable boxes and making it look brand new and sending it back out. And I just did it as a test because I wanted to make my day go by fast, and I just wanted to, get the full experience and make sure I never come back to this shit.
Right.
So I didn't want to experience it from. Of course, I could kick my feet up and have everything come to me, but I wanted to do what everybody else is doing and just, fully experience prison. So
Was that your first time?
Yes, my first time. My first and last time.
Yeah.
So, and unfortunately, I was able to go to a camp, so I wasn't really like around bars and I was a lot of million. I was with guys that took 500 million.
Millionaire prison.
A lot of millionaires. I was a lot.
You was in millionaire school.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Coach Stormy. You didn't even have to pay.
Yeah,
Nigga, God did you a favor.
So I was with white guys that took 500 million and got 3 years.
Were they schooling you about what they did? Were you speaking to them or were you standoffish?
I talked to everybody. I talked to everybody. I wanted to make sure I learned something every day. And I feel like you can learn from a fool.
Right.
It's not one person I can't learn from.
Right.
Even I can learn not to be like that. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? I can
You still
learn
connected with any of them?
Yeah, I'm connected to a few people. But for the most part, it's crazy because a lot of people came home because of COVID.
Right.
The place I was at in the camp, you can have a bunch of time to be there. So the whole camp went home.
Let me ask you, what was your sentence?
I was sentenced to 8 years. I did 5.5 years, but I did a year and a half first. Then I did 4 straight. I did the drug program. That knocked off a year. Then good time knocked off a year, and then I got 8 months halfway house. So I was able to. That's how I got to show the sentence.
Yeah.
I took programs.
I remember
took
that.
as much as programs I can because I just wanted to make the time useful. I didn't want to just sit around and play chess and watch TV and just do stupid shit and aim shit and then make a difference when I got out.
Right.
Okay, so this is the Bad Advice podcast, right? And when I want to ask you, what's the difference between you and Jay-Z? So I know Jay-Z sold drugs. He speaks about it. That's what attracted me to him. So why did you go to jail and he didn't?
I think he was lucky to get out before before he got caught.
Why did you get caught?
Nigga ratted, but at the end of the day, it's just part of the game. You gotta take the bad with the good, and you gotta accept it. You can't. There's nothing you could cry about. It's part of it.
That's a fact.
Everything that comes with success, you're gonna get murder, you're gonna get home invasion, you're gonna get prison, you're gonna get death. You're just gonna get everything that comes.
What about rape?
I don't know about it.
What happened? You was there a long time.
Huh?
You was there a long time.
What, rape?
No, in prison. How did you avoid rape?
I didn't go in that type of prison. I was in low security.
Oh, okay.
You had to have like a very extensive criminal history to go there.
Right across from where you was literally my friend X was in that joint, so I used to go see X over there. Yeah, right across.
Yeah, but people that get raped in prison, from my knowledge, is people that want to get raped.
That's what I said.
If you walking around with your shirt tied and you got Kool-Aid on your lips, you asking for those are signs.
That's Mac. You got Mac.
You flirt
Hello, lipstick.
You flirt today, then tomorrow you saying no.
Right.
They don't. they don't know what that no means.
Fact.
No mean take it or no. You know, I don't know because I make sure they keep all that goofy away from me. But
Right.
You know,
So the whole time he was in prison, you didn't have any.
I never experienced. No,
You didn't have to protect your asshole.
I mean, no, but what? Listen,
you didn't have to like.
no. Let me tell you something, right? Where I was at, niggas was having sex every day because we wasn't in no gate, so people was going to the hotels, sleeping with their wives. There was so many newborn babies in the visiting rooms. Like, CEOs was like, "Yo, how your girl get pregnant? Like she pregnant? By, like it was just you just laugh because you already knew,
right?
And if you had good behavior, they let you go home for 2 days.
Were you going home for days?
I'm high profile. I couldn't go home for 2 days.
Okay.
I contested because I just felt it was unfair. You know.
Right.
Why were you high profile?
Because what happened is if I went home for 2 days and I got caught on camera, then it'll make it seem like I got a slap on the wrist and the government wasn't being harsh on me.
Right.
That they see me go shopping at Walmart and I was supposed to be paying my debt to society.
Gotcha.
And they couldn't take the scrutiny of me being seen in public. I didn't promise I'd put a hood on, get in the car.
You said, just let me go.
Yeah, but you know, I wasn't prepared to run through the woods. I didn't want to lose my good time or go behind the fence and lose my privileges because, man, I was eating good. I was eating steak, shrimps.
I remember you.
I had a cell phone.
I said,
how did that get in there? Whose ass brought that in there?
I asked him if he needed it.
Did that cell phone come in through the mail or someone's asshole?
Okay, you got the prison. Your concept of prison is fucked up.
Yeah.
I do. I'm trying to figure out. Everybody watching is like, how you get a cell phone in prison?
I just said I'm not in no gates. There's no gates. There's no fence. The inmates drive cars and say, "Hey, can you drop this person off at the airport?" All right, who's going home tomorrow? I'm dropping you off at the airport.
That's a prison.
It's prison. It's federal.
It's
federal
different.
is different from state.
When I used to speak to you, used to be like, you need anything? You used to be like, Guns, why would I need anything?
I never heard of a prison like that.
We in prison cash apping people.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He stayed on the gram.
Yeah. I was on the gram, but I seen it was torture because I seen everybody living their best life, and I'm just sitting here pissed off. I said, you know what, I'm going to that.
What was your Instagram name when you was in prison?
The same Instagram name. Wow. I said I called the CO. CO, come get this phone. Give it to me tomorrow when you come back to work.
Right.
He said, I got you.
I remember I DM'd you in prison.
The COs is young. And they young and
they fans.
They probably want to fuck.
They supporters, right?
Right.
So at the end of the day, they know this they ain't gonna be for long.
Right.
So you want to build a relationship.
They want a relationship with you.
We might not never get close to you. We might not be never ever able to get this close to you and be able to build a relationship.
Right.
This is a time. You
Said it was good.
Wisely because you're gonna remember everybody that made it difficult for you and the people that made it easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the people that supported you and looked out for you, you're gonna extend yourself and show your gratitude to because they're gonna make life hard and hell.
Hell yeah.
It's sad to say they made that shit easy.
It's okay.
You know, and
it's okay.
But what's hard is actually seeing what you put your family through. But to actually stay in prison. That's why a lot of people come right back because it's so. If you don't have nothing to lose, no family, no kids, and you're not seeing hurt on your loved ones, man, that shit is that people's minds can get fucked up and complacent right there because people like you get 3 meals, you get
it's actually called 2 hots in a cot.
Yeah, but
2 hots in a cot. You got a place to sleep, you got a place to eat. But back to when we talked about how dealing drugs is more addictive, I feel like, than doing drugs because there's a rehab for doing drugs. You can go and pay money and have...
Prison is the rehab.
Really? Is it really?
Having the government take everything that you build up for and keep starting your life over and over, that should get tiring and sickening. You know?
I agree.
It's like a reset button and you just keep hitting. But that comes with it. All that's part of it. So eventually you see the regular 9-to-5 person have more success than the person that's hustling because he's consistent.
Facts. I know people that's working regular jobs that's making more than drug dealers.
Now the guy that was hustling, getting all the money, is back in prison making $39 a month. That guy at Foot Locker or wherever he worked at, 9 to 5, real estate, whatever. He didn't put his, got a nice, drive a nice car, got his own apartment to paying his bills, and he's free. He's making it through life. He might not have the finer things in life, but he's content and he's actually doing good. That's the same guy that's sending $10 to $20 to you asking for now to see send his money to prison.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he's actually doing better.
With prison too, you put your family through hell because when your loved ones come to see you, going through the X-ray machine and all that, and the way they talk to me, and my mother used to drag me and my sister to see my brother in jail. And the way they used to treat my mother, when I would get to my brother, I'd be like, how could you feel comfortable? Miss, we told you 10 times to take this out your pocket. Talk to my mother like
They talk to you like you the prisoner.
Yes. So I used to be like, why the fuck would you want to keep putting mom through this, man? Like, tell her don't come see you. And then I'll have more respect for you. You know what I mean? And I'm fucking every bit of 12. But when I went to see people after the show, after getting back on Love and Hip Hop and music and all that, they would give me a hard time. You had some people that was fans because everybody want pictures, and then you got some of them. They'll take you back there.
They want to
and be like, "Yo, we got it. And we found an earring in your jacket. We need you to strip." I'm like, I'm not stripping.
Can I just say this real quick? I've always wanted to be a correction officer.
Why?
Because I want.
I'm scared.
I'm not lying.
See people naked?
I'm visualizing a man right now bending over, butt naked, and coughing.
But he can't do it in front of you. He can't do it in front of you.
He can't do it in front of why?
Because you're female.
I want to check his asshole for a phone.
You got the female.
Listen, that's a lawsuit.
I'm going in. I'm going in. So female correction officer, she can't be in your butt?
She can't do that. You can't strip you
Well,
out.
then I don't want to be one.
You could go get a boyfriend. He could probably do all that for
I
you.
have.
Oh, she definitely.
I have. Okay, so it's the bad advice.
So you want a variety of men lined up.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm like,
That's what you
I'm going in.
How you going in? What am I going in?
Yo, DC.
Am I telling you I'm a salad tosser? I'm a salad tosser.
How you going in?
Yeah, I'm going in with my tongue. I do, there's been a couple of guys in my life.
Hold on, what you mean salad tosser?
I go in with my tongue and then I stay there for about 2 months and then follow with my finger, and not all the way in, but just like.
So you do know that's gay.
That's no, it's not gay. It's an erogenous zone.
Ain't no man letting you do that.
No, it's not
Ain't
gay.
no straight man
It's not gay.
that.
It's an erogenous zone.
Nah,
it is not gay.
Let's go.
It
Next
is not
subject.
gay. Okay, relationship advice. So, Mandeecees, you caught a lot of heat. And let me tell you something. I was on your team, okay? First and foremost, before I even bring it up, I want you to know I was on your team. When you and Yandy spoke on boot camp.
The boot camp.
Not boot camp. What is it?
Family reunion show.
Couples retreat. And you sat down with each other and you was like, shit, I don't know what I would do if you got locked up. Because I don't know what I would do because I wasn't in that situation right now.
But to be honest with you,
So what happened was, Yandy was like, yo, and baby, did you see when she was outside of prisons yelling, talking about, did you get the blankets? Not 5 times!
Go ahead. Let them answer.
Your woman took on your whole energy, right? And you felt that, right?
No, she didn't take on my energy.
No, the energy of the prison. She wanted to help.
Well,
she felt like she was in that.
All right, some people reached out to her because they had sons in there and they just needed someone with a voice to help speak up for the voiceless people.
So she didn't do it because you was in jail?
I never been in that prison. I never been locked up in New York. So, and it wasn't because I was in jail, but my situation highlighted and made her
what
have
she was doing
for people that's getting wrong done by the government or all prison.
Right.
So, and a lot of times the people that's getting wrong done, they don't have a voice. So you need someone with a platform to speak out, to bring attention. And guess what? Her using her platform, voice, the lights got cut on, the heat got cut on.
Oh yeah,
and everything
they got their
happened.
blankets.
And
Yeah,
they got, because by the time some people that was in there got transferred to where I was at, one of the first things they was like, man, I just want to thank you. I want to thank your wife.
So she did it. I feel like she came out of a spirit from you. Like she did it for you.
It's like I said, it's a spirit from me.
Right.
Like don't. I can't take the credit for that, because everybody got their own will and drive.
Right.
Because what somebody else is willing to do, I might not be willing to do.
So that's the question. So when she asked you, hey, you know, would you do the same for me when you was locked up?
So what happened is, right, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes people might not know, right? And through edits or through just conversation, it's intimate conversations that's happening off camera that, you know, people just don't know. So I can honestly say that, you know, when we went into this, she didn't know how strong she was. She didn't know she was able to do this. This is just something that she just had to do. Mm-hmm. So she got through it. Mm-hmm. But she 100% never been in we both never been in no situation like this. And I felt in the beginning, the very first beginning, I said, listen, I know this is something that's a lot to ask for somebody. And I would say, I respect friendship more than anything, because I was going to be one of them guys that's in there that's calling, trying to micromanage your life and what you're doing, who you with.
That's what you did?
No, I would never do that.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said I'd rather keep our friendship intact before we have a fallout.
Right.
You see so many guys in there lose their wife and lose their family.
Sanity.
Every single
Thinking,
day.
worrying about what they lady doing.
Mad.
And they hairline go to the back.
Ooh, George Jefferson.
They shit get fucked up because they don't know how to adapt to losing things they have no control over.
Right.
And things I have no control over, I learned to let go and let God handle it.
Serenity.
Well, you know, I personally, when I saw that,
I said,
go ahead.
Hold on, but she was able, for the love of her family, to pull through it.
Right.
And a vibrator.
Well,
whatever it is.
That's
Come on
that's
now.
something she would do.
Come on now.
Right?
Come on now.
So,
it's got to be a vibrator.
So, you know, that's something she was, you know, she felt like she didn't have a choice, but it was definitely hard for her.
Right.
And I can say, you know, thank God it was 4 years, because if it was any longer, we don't even know how long she was able to hold.
Right.
Because we didn't have conversations that she was getting tired of it. You know, but she stuck it out. And so to say that what I'll be able to do, I have to go through and be in that situation
to see
how strong I am. Because I didn't see people say the dopest shit that you want to hear. When that time came, they did nothing.
Facts.
Right? So why such an expectation so hard to be let down? Like I'm a person that you gotta prove to me through action. And I like to prove through action. I could say all the sweet shit you want to hear, but if there's no action behind it, what does it really mean? At this point, I'm not trying to get in your drawers.
No,
I don't need to say nothing to make you sound good, to make you love me, or to make it feel like this is like, you just don't know. You know?
That's why I appreciate it.
Let me say this.
But at the same time, I was a little being malicious, because when she tried to say that, you know, my letters and my emails didn't matter, then I was just in a different headspace.
Yeah.
You know? So
then they put
my
out.
Shit didn't matter.
No, but once with
because prison is mental.
And when they put that out on TV, you, like he said, you get in the chopped up version. But I'll say this though, just in now I'm not talking about him,
because you've been chopped up on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, so let me say this in general. Now I'm talking about Mandeecees. I'm just saying this. Women are stronger than men in that area. To me,
women are stronger than men.
No, and that no, I'm talking about no in terms of like if you locked up. To me, a woman will hold you down before a man will hold a woman down.
Okay.
Man, I think most men.
I feel that.
You'll be hard pressed.
You don't know how to control your penis.
You'll be hard pressed to find a man that's gonna go.
That's gonna just go celibate.
Years, 3 to 9, 3.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So it's just the honest truth to me. You find some people out there that do it, but it's a lot of men out there. I don't know that I could do it. Not saying that I would ever like not take care of her or go see her. stuff like that. But to say that I would not sleep with another woman while she was in jail for a certain for time, I would be lying, man.
Well, I dated a man that was in jail. And it is crazy because we didn't start the relationship until after he was in jail. Like, we knew each other outside of jail, but I was doing me, and then he got to jail, and then like a couple months after he finally got hold of me, he was like, yeah, and then I fell in love with those jail letters. So is there someone in jail that writes letters for everyone?
No, I think that in jail you got so much time in your hand, and all you got time to do is reflect and think, right?
So your letters are juicy,
so you can't physically touch you to seduce you. So now you got to do words, and that's some people work on that craft.
Fact.
So
Wait a minute.
No. It could be game.
Wait a minute.
Was your guy? I got a question for you, Veda.
I used to masturbate to these letters.
You know,
right?
but Veda,
so I would read the letter.
Was that guy that was him?
Let me tell you something, right?
That was him?
That was, what do you mean?
Yeah,
the
thing you did.
Oh, no. No, I'm not giving it any clues.
Yeah, I did. It is. Explain. I'm just saying.
No.
Explain.
No clues. But let me just say this. I was celibate with him. I was celibate. Because my vagina needed a break.
Did he get you?
First of all, my vagina needed a break. And I was happy that I wasn't using my vagina as much as I used to. So my vagina was like, oh, bitch, we on a break? Yes. Okay. So he was locked up for 8 months, and I didn't fuck for 8 months. I hadn't not fucked for 8 months since I was 14. Okay? So I'm 14. I fuck at 14. I fuck at 14 and a half. I fuck at 15. I fuck at 16. I'm fucking. I've never went 8 months.
You did that for him? You did that for him?
I did it for my vagina. But it was by the way of him. It was by the way of him. But as soon as he got out, we was done like 3 days later. Because he got out, he came home, and then he got to my house, and then he went out and he stayed like 24 hours out somewhere else. And I was like, you come home and you leave me for this?
I guess he didn't.
He didn't want to.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what you know how you build yourself up to, because they're probably just talking freaky to each other, and so you can do all this and that, and he got a chance to witness it, and it wasn't what he expected, and that's what usually happens.
I just think that he wanted to fuck other people.
No, sometimes it can be, not enough.
So when you first got out of jail, what did you and Yandy do?
Oh, that's between me and my wife.
Good answer.
Can you talk about, did you go to dinner? Did you?
We just enjoyed that time with the kids and the family.
Okay.
And we just chilled in that moment. And we did what regular families do. And was trying to find a way to reintroduce ourselves and get to know each other, because so much time changed with us living with each other. Like, I came home, she's a different person, I'm a different person.
How does that work?
Just trying to find where we at mentally. My kids got older. My daughter's talking. I left her when she wasn't walking. Now she's talking and she have a whole personality. My son was in high school. My other kids. So it's like now, I'm coming home. I can't come home and rule with an iron fist. I gotta gradually place myself in the house and get to just understand everybody and let them understand who I am.
Right.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessary about sex, because you go so long without it. What's more important than sex is freedom.
Facts.
So and freedom and then stability. Sex, you can pretty much learn how to take care of your own needs, and be honest with you, it's headache free.
Yeah.
It's headache free, and it's without all the conversation and the build up and the let down and just you can figure it out. But what's more important is stability and family.
So if you were speaking to a family right now going through what you and your amazing, beautiful, phenomenal family went through, and by the way, salute to Yandy. Salute to Yandy.
Absolutely.
She created a whole business. Not even a business. I feel like business is not the eloquent word for the empire that she has provided for herself.
I think this, right? When I met her, she was young. She was like very determined, hustling and never getting no sleep, and just
that reminds me of Tammy with the T.
And seeing how hard she worked, and I think that like her Instagram, the show doesn't really show all the stuff that she does, but I had a chance to see it, and I knew, like, so for her being successful, I seen her put the work in. I met her.
How'd y'all meet?
16 years ago.
How'd y'all meet?
Put the work in. Dude, I had a guy, one of her clients wanted me to, you know.
Because you was a drug dealer then, so how'd y'all meet?
I was more than a drug dealer, right? So
what else did you do? I'm sorry. What else did you do?
So I was an investor too as well, right?
In what?
Dag, I'm trying to think.
You don't want to tell that.
No, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
They start messing with that.
No, what? What did you? He's clean. He's good.
Yeah, but certain things.
Yeah, you want your money go into
that. What the fuck is you invested in, ho?
Once your money go into that, Veda, you can mess people's stuff up. Leave that alone.
You did your time. You good. You clean. You good.
Listen,
you can't go back to jail.
Listen, right? If you don't know law, right, you can tell your concept of government is TV. So we can.
Are you saying that my concept of government is TV? You're saying I'm a law and order bitch?
So you kind of like she kind of like green.
What?
Right?
No.
Wait a minute.
You are.
Well, I am from the streets. You got me fucked up.
Liquor got you fucked up.
No.
Veda, anytime you say tell me where you invested your money, your illegal money, you messing up a lot of stuff.
I'm from the streets.
She might as well pull out the hidden badge and shit. And tell me to get against the wall, like
Officer Veda. No. I'm from the streets. I just want to let you know I'm from the streets. 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 Okay.
You know to quit.
I'm from the streets. Don't you let anybody go.
When you push, you say, "Oh, she's into getting niggas indicted."
What the fuck? I mean, you cut out. Come on, Peter.
No, we can't.
Okay.
I know. She's definitely no.
Go ahead. Good, right?
There's certain things we can't talk about. We can't.
We didn't talk about it.
We was about it. We was pushing that, but we ain't doing that.
Just feel like this, right? People make smart decisions with their money, right? Because when you're in the streets, if you don't anticipate things going bad, you're in the wrong business. You gotta anticipate the bad as long as you're in any business you're in. So you gotta have things set aside just in case. Like you have to have in the streets, you have to have your lawyer money, your bail money, your when you come home to get back on money. You gotta have everything intact and the same. And that's just like any business you in. Right. So it's a supply demand business. And hustle is not just drugs. You can hustle anything.
Right.
You can sell product the web. That's a hustle. You got to speak to
NutriBurst.
Listen, to sell cars, right? You know who the best people to sell cars? They know how to talk.
Right.
They're a people's person, right? And the same thing with any bitch. You gotta be a people's person.
No, that's a fact.
And you gotta be a likable person and a believable person. Enough for people to get their attention and to be able to get things done.
Fact.
So hustle. When you say hustle, one of the best businessmen in this industry is hustlers.
Fact.
Where you think they come from? Where you think they come from? They all come from the streets.
Fact.
So we got one of the top leaders of the hustlers. He's at the top of the food chain.
Jay?
I ain't got to say his name. We all know who he is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You know
I
what
just
I'm
said
saying?
it. I just said it because I just said it.
We talking about one, but they all is
There's a lot of them live there.
And then they can respect how they hustle, but it don't just start there. It starts from the ground. They went from you take nothing and turn it into something. That's a hustle. That's a hustler. You know what I'm saying?
No matter what it is.
No matter what it is, it's the will and the drive.
And just be ready for what comes with it.
You know what I mean? Like you got it in your mind. Like I know if I leave my house right now with a gun,
is 5 years for me starting. It's on my record. You start
you
at
have a
5.
felon? You have a
Start at
felon?
5. You can get more, but not less.
Do you
I'm
have
a
a
felon.
felony?
Yeah, I'm a felon.
What was your felon?
Guns, firearms.
Peter Gunnz. You had
Yeah,
a gun?
does that make sense? My rap name was Pete Lover, and then I got caught with guns.
Yeah,
and
so you changed it to Peter Gunnz.
They changed it.
Wow.
But point of the matter is,
I know now that if I walk out the crib with a gun, I got to be prepared to do 5 years. I know that. So I know when people, if somebody call me and say I got a problem, I know this is the situation. It's 5 for me.
and once you get that in your mind, that's cool. You know what I mean?
Whatever you do in life, you ready for it.
You move
Some people ain't ready for that. They think they never get caught. They never think that, so they don't know how to hold it down and all of that.
Right.
But DC is absolutely 1,000% right. Hustle is a hustle. You know what I mean? When I see kids selling waters on the highway or whatever they doing in the streets, trying to whatever it is.
Big 'em up, big 'em
my
up,
basketball
big 'em
team
up. Big 'em
signed
up,
this
big 'em
thing.
up.
I look at them kids as the next entrepreneur.
Me too.
Yeah.
I look
Yeah.
at this is ground 1-0 for them.
Yeah.
The next 5 years, 10 years from now, they're gonna move up to a different hustle, better hustles. And I respect that they're doing something that they ain't out there risking their freedom.
Facts.
So that's always gonna, I'm always gonna support, because it's just like I see the potential and the ambitions in them.
Right.
You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
I'm
Okay,
with
so
you on that.
this is the Bad Advice podcast, but Mandeecee's, it's all about good advice. So I would like you to speak to a young man who just got out of prison, who doesn't have the facilities, the woman,
The resources.
the family, the resources to go forward, and he might be like, yo, I don't know what to do next, because it's a high rate of repeat offenders. So if you were speaking to
Recidivism, right?
if you're speaking to someone right now, what would you say to him or her to
Well, I got a lot of friends like that. And
Good
I-
advice.
And I see that every single day, right? And I always just say, don't lose hope. Like the world gonna call us jailbirds. They're gonna call us felonies. They're gonna call us every name you think they're gonna throw at us to beat us down. And it's crazy, because a lot of times it's our own people, right? And they try to kill your self-esteem. I would say just stay laser television focused and just keep pushing and prove all the naysayers wrong, and don't get sidetracked. I don't care what people say, because today they laughing at you, but tomorrow they could be asking you for a job.
Facts.
Because it could turn around that quick. I'm talking about real quick. And and the best revenge is success. So I would say, don't worry about materialistic things. Don't worry about going to the clubs. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Just focus on what you're trying to accomplish, and just stick to that. Change your environment, change your friends, change the people that don't even think like you. If people thinking the old way, these are people that shouldn't be around you, because it's easy to be pulled back in, because this is something that, like I said earlier, that's embedded in us. The criminality, this is something that we came off the porch learning. So it's our way of living, right? But you have to change that, and then you can change. It just takes one day at a time, one step at a time, and the first thing is to be around people that encourage you to change. I think that's very
get a
important.
mentor?
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely a surroundings.
We all, I say we
Definitely.
all need to be inspired by somebody, right? And that's somebody positive, because it's easy to be inspired negative. It's in our music, it's in our TVs, it's in our neighborhoods, it's anywhere you turn, people saying negative shit. So it's kind of like stuck in our brain,
Right.
to react a certain way, to live a certain way, to carry out. It's in it. So you gotta kind of like try to know how to navigate if everything coming at you that's wrong, and try to navigate and still do right. And if you got your person with a conscience when you sleep at night, as long as you feel good about it, because that's the only way it matters to you, not nobody else.
Right.
Because nobody else is gonna be there. You look around, you get in that cell, or you're in that grave, you're there by yourself.
That's a
You can't
fact.
take nobody with you.
One more question. So when you get out of jail, how often do you suggest that a man should be off?
I don't know. It depends. If having sex and beating off is your priority, then you wrong. Like your life is gonna be fucked up. So you should be worrying about.
So no beat offs when you get out.
See, let me tell you something.
Zero.
Zero. Peter said he's never did it before.
Never.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you right now.
That's crazy.
That's the
When
truth.
you get out of jail, sex is the last shit.
But when you're in jail, you're
you're in the zone in your mind because you want something you can't have.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
That's all. But and that's not even sex with anything. Everybody wants something they can't have. Once you can have it, you don't want it.
Right.
Right?
Listen up.
So you could tell before I wasn't able to buy certain things because I wasn't supposed to have it.
Right.
Now I'm buying whatever I want and buying any car I want. I don't want the shit no more. It's not exciting no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would spend $400,000 on a car and don't care, but that shit is sitting in my driveway. I don't. It doesn't do anything no more.
Right.
The rush is over.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Except the sex.
Well, you never beat your dick, so.
I like sex.
So you like this,
That's been
you
my-
like
that's
talking
my
about
Achilles
dicks
heel.
and clicks and-
Yes.
Yeah.
That's her shit.
What does my shirt say?
Yeah.
What does my shirt say?
Yeah, but you-
I'm a very sexual person.
Definitely.
I can
Not
tell.
disrespectfully.
Nah,
not
it's
like
cool.
coming over,
It's cool.
you know.
Listen,
Yeah.
man, much love and respect to you. I hope that one day you find somebody to fully satisfy you and you just enjoy life and maybe that, die peacefully with
a vibrator in my vagina.
I ain't said, but
Because if we
God bless
playing
you.
in my death, this nigga's just playing my death.
She-
He was like, I hope you die. He was like, no. You playing my death just now. You was like, when you die, bitch, I hope you have a what?
No, he said even if it's a long life, he hope you die happy.
Well,
very fulfulfed.
okay.
Sexually fulfilled.
Okay.
We ain't gonna say financially
I got my
fulfilled.
whole
Sexually
casket
fulfilled.
picked out.
You focus on financial fulfilled, you focus on sexual fulfilled. Listen, man, God, whatever works for you, make you happy.
Let me tell you, and we're about to. But Mandeecee, thank you,
You're welcome.
thank you, because I feel like somebody got, not someone, but a lot of people got a lot of jewels from you. You're a very calm and collected and put together individual.
Thank you.
And that is the most amazing thing to see. I am happy for Yandy
Thank you.
because this man right here that she has loves her and his family, and you can feel it, not tell it, but feel it. And that little shit that they went about, that whatever that was, I knew that.
Listen,
let me tell you
laugh
something.
about that,
You
right?
you laugh about it
We laugh
because they
about
don't
it.
know.
Right.
Because they don't know, right?
Nah, listen. Actually, to me, it was dope because it drove the ratings up.
So did y'all get paid more money for that?
Listen, I'm negotiating shit right now.
You get paid more money for that?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, right? I got a show I'm producing. I got a movie that's
What's the
coming
show?
out.
What's the show?
I ain't gonna sit here.
Give
and
me a
spoil
little
it,
bit.
right?
Give me a
Because
little bit.
I'll
Give me
wait till- I'll wait till
something.
my name come up on the credits.
Give me
I
something.
ain't gonna tell
What
it.
is the show about?
I can't tell it.
I'll give you
on
something.
now.
I'll give you something.
Can't
Do
tell
you
it.
know?
I'll give you something that you don't know. You know Yandy's my cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Are you serious? That's awesome.
A lot of people don't know that.
Okay, that was something I didn't know. Okay,
But
I'm
I
good.
had fun. This was fun. This is cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
You're an
you know.
intelligent individual,
Yo, listen, let me
and
tell you
thank
something,
you.
right? It's so crazy because I never used to like to talk, right? Because I felt like I didn't know how to share my personality with people because I was always reserved because I felt like once you start talking, people start joking and
Judging.
whatever the case may be, it's different now. I'm really. My wife said you gotta start opening up. If people know who you was in the house versus outside, you don't let them in.
I love her.
And I so now she see this, she be like, damn baby, you talk too much.
Shut
Yeah,
the
he used to always be.
fuck up.
Yeah, he used to be like.
For one, you see, I shut that shit down when she asked about our sex life.
Yeah, you did, but that's okay. Just trying to figure it out.
We ain't biting them in the bedroom. That's private.
You never did that? You've never thought about it? Let me tell you one thing. When I get married, I feel like when me and my husband get to our 10th anniversary, if he want to bring some other vagina in, I'm okay with
Hold on,
that.
you ever done that before?
Oh yeah, I've been in
Yo,
plenty
listen, right?
of
I had
threesomes.
an
I've been in a lot of threesomes.
I had
yeah.
an ex-girlfriend used to bring a different girl home every night.
How does that work?
And that shit ain't gonna work.
How does that work?
That shit ain't make you stay with them. That shit don't work.
That's stupid.
Yes.
I've done it twice.
I said 10-year anniversary. Like
I did it
10-year
twice.
anniversary. You should get some pussy. Other pussy.
One was cool, the other was whack. I did it twice.
Listen,
Don't be cock blocking. You're the worst. You're the worst. Is that your manager? Because he's the worst. He's like, shut up.
That's my brother. I ain't gonna make.
Nah, he know when to hit the stop button.
Well, you're not invited next time. I'm talking to him over there. Mandeecee, thank you so much.
My brother,
thank you so
appreciate
much.
you,
And
love you,
let me
man.
tell you
Y'all
something.
know
Your
that.
son is amazing. Your son, I have a 15-year-old. He's your 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Just cultivate them and don't be afraid to let them know who we really are.
Oh nah,
Who we really are.
I listen. He has to know because he can't make the same mistakes I made.
Right.
So if I hide who I am or who I was, then
There's a possibility.
The possibility of mistakes happen, and I
Yeah.
won't be there to correct everyone and fix them.
Did you tell him about your first time having sex?
No, I don't think we ever talked.
Have you ever
that.
talked about sex with your 15-year-old? You never
No,
talked
no,
about
not
sex?
the first time
Tell
I
me,
had
what sex talk did you have with your 15-year-old?
You know I had sex. You know.
But what sex
and
talk
having
did you
kids.
have with your 15-year-old?
We were just
What did
talking
you
about
say?
that on the way here.
What did you say? What did you say to him? What did you say to your 15-year-old about sex?
I told him right when he decided to have sex.
So
make
you
sure
think
he
he's
use
a virgin?
condom. Listen, he won't tell me that. I asked him, but he won't answer that. He won't.
So
answer
did he?
that.
Because a non-answer is an answer.
Listen, all I say is right there, right?
I wish I could.
Take his
I wish
time,
we could like
because
drug test our
I said-
kids
I
for
told him,
sex.
I told him, take
You know what I'm
his
saying?
time.
Like, you know how you drug test your kid for weed? I wish I could drug test my kid
take
for
his
sex.
time because the right woman could come and fuck his whole life up.
At 15.
Facts.
At 15.
At 15.
At 15.
At
Give him
15.
some shit that he had him like chasing for the rest of his life.
I had gonorrhea. At 16.
Shit.
16, I had gonorrhea.
But I'm not talking about sex.
Thank God it was just gonorrhea. Thank God. Because it could have been herpes. You
But
don't get rid of herpes. Herpes stays with you. I got rid of it.
But I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about having a kid, trapping them, being possessive. I'm talking about just you know how some girls do.
Did you say you girls?
Nah, I
That's a
He
fact.
did that. He said you girls.
Now, he's on his way. I spoke to him today. I saw him moving. Uncle Pete had a little talk with him. He's focused.
Google eyes.
He's focused.
He let me know. He gave me a tap. Like
He
who's
focused.
bad and who's not bad. When they come through that super bad, I get the kick. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, he focused.
Yeah.
He got a good eye. Just put it like that. You know, shit.
He's got his dad's
Nah,
eye.
he's definitely
He
focused.
inherited that honestly.
He got his dad's
He got
eye.
a good eye.
Nah, he
All right,
focused.
well-
He better have a good eye because I ain't gonna be able to pick up his slack. And I told him I ain't got time for these little girls to be running to the house talking about I'm gonna kill your son.
Right. Or myself. You know, oh, I'm gonna kill myself because your son don't love me.
Yeah, I've been through that.
Yeah. Already?
No, yeah. Already.
Oh, you mean
I was going through that
for your son?
when I was his age, you know, shit. We go
Well.
around and see how many. Nah, I'm not.
How bitches die.